which area you want to check? Is the per capita income is not highest in India? Is the loan? People are Oxford people and former finance ministers and present finance ministers come and they say talk about lot. I studied under a tree. I am not that expert, but one thing I challenge them to debate on the loans, on the debt. What happened? Are we not about 22 states are higher than ours? The GDP and the debt ratio is the lowest. As a matter of fact, Government of India, the GDP and the debt ratio is about 78, 79. And per capita loan ratio is over 1 lakh rupees. But what is the per capita loan on an India basis in any state, in any country? Can they come for debate? On top of it, the money of the people is going to the people in the Telangana government. Whereas, for example, you take 2004 to 2014, Government of India, then of course Congress, 2,20,000 crores of accounts, money, NPS. Who are those people? About 1,500, 800? 2,20,000. What about Modi ji? 2014 to 2022, it's like 14,56,000 crores NPS. So total in 19 years, it's what? Almost like 14 and 2, 16, 17 lakh crores. So, well, no, 1 second, no? 17 lakh crores. But what is here happening? You are condemning that debt state, which is not right. And what is being given to the families here? 71 lakh people are getting rent money, no? And 47, 48 lakh people are getting pensions. And about 30 lakh people are getting the KCR kids. And Shadi Mubarak, Ponnala Lakshmaiah, and all these things are money is in the hands of people. On top of it, Telangana is #1 in capital investment budget. That's 18%. What's the average in the country? Do you know? It's only 12%. Can all these experts, who are the champions, they say they are the masters of changing the economy and changing the fate of the people of this country. How can they answer this? I'm a rural. I'm not an economist. I'm basically from capital city to capital city via Washington DC.
So do you consider the Dalit Bandhu scheme impactful and why?
Why not? Why not? A poor man getting, it may take little time. Nothing comes of entire population, entire community at one time. Well, after independence, can we do that to all people at any scheme, any time? So why blame? Just because he is doing it and you have to throw a stone. Instigate the others. The reason is, since independence till today, no party in the elections could get more than 50% vote. It was only in 1972, Bangladesh, liberation, that was a sentimental issue for the country. It was 50.9%. Even though Congress got in 1994 more than 400 parliament seats, what was the voting percentage? It was 42, 43. What does it mean? No matter what we do, you cannot get 100% acceptance. So they want to politicalize it, capitalize it, and divide it, and gain, that's simple. Okay, politics. For what? Power. We do understand. Power for what? For the people, for the area, for the development, for better living, for this generation, next generation. If this generation cannot afford its subsidy, welfare schemes. I know that. I don't know anything beyond that. So are they doing that? As BJP, 9 years, has it done? After coming back to power? Why Telangana was denied the rights accorded in the parliament itself? Reorganization. None of the projects, none of the issues were attended.
So will the Prime Minister's extensive campaign in the last days we've seen will be a factor in these elections?
You see, a Prime Minister, what happens? Entire media country. Because after all, our Prime Minister. though I don't agree with him. I'm a proud Indian. He's our Prime Minister. People like to listen. But after listening, what will they decide? How will we decide? What did he speak? Did he talk about anything that what he has done? Did he talk about black money? You know black money? He talked a lot in the previous elections. It was 14,200 crores in 2014 as per the government record, Government of India. You know what it is today, 2022? It's 31,200 crores. From 14,000 to 31,000. Is it not a matter of shame? In so many years after independence, the black money was recorded as 14,000. In 9 years, you have done it 31,000. Then with what face you are going to come? You come and pray, you come and say something, divide and rule. Divide and rule. As an Indian, I believe God is omnipresent. Is it true? We all believe. He is every atom and molecule, every living creature. If you cannot see God in a human being, in a person, that means you are not, this thing, human.
So do you see reservations for Muslim backfiring for the party?
Well, you see, for BJP. Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes,
Why?
for backfiring to the party.
Why? Why it backfires? Do you know that? In 2005, TRS was part of Congress cabinet. We passed the resolution. The point was initiated by KCR. Sachar committee. So when he was in the center, he talked to Manmohan. I know the fact. So he initiated this. Sachar committee has come. And BJP, what it has done, went to the court. Finally, court has agreed for that. So this is what it is. So for example, today, is there any state that's giving so many shopping Mubarak to minorities? Is there any government which is doing higher education scholarships for abroad for 30,000 minorities? Is there any state for minorities? What was that? The other benefits what they are doing? Can you imagine? Telangana government in the last 9 years has spent more than 13,000 crores for welfare of the minorities. In the last 10 years of Congress government, it was only about 1,800 or something unspent, and the spent average is only 97 crores, 979 crores. Subject to correction, minor figures. That you can say. So how can you blame? How can you see? Truth prevails. Yeah, truth prevails. Fact prevails.
So do you see campaigning from Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi having an impact on Telangana rules?
Well, any national leader would like to curiously watch. But what did they speak? 2, 3, if you give time, 2, 3 things. He has gone to college. What did he say? Lakh of crores. 1 lakh crores. See, projects. One is political. Second is technical. Third is media. These are the ideas. Right? Okay. What was the total expenditure on college student? 80,000 crores. How can anybody say 1 lakh crores on top of it? Nobody mentioned it. There were 3 barrages. Ponnala Lakshmaiah, Saraswati, Ponnala. Then these are the new ones added by KCR. And all the entire program, I have the map and I can show you. You can have a debate on that. No problem. I am not afraid. I am not afraid of anything. I am always with the facts. I don't use it for political. I may suggest. I may disagree on the suggestions. But fact remains fact. Right? So, entire this thing, the storage capacity of the entire project was only 45 years. And after he has come, revised it, added 147 TMC of water storage. How much it costs for every reservoir? Okay, if 80,000 crores, 1 lakh crores swallowed away itself is a foolish thing. Number 2, what is the cost of the barrage? One barrage where 4 pillars or 3 pillars have gone, this thing, technically, is it by 1,830 crores. For 1839 crores, the pillars there in the garage are 140. Out of that 4. When did the 4, this one? After 5 years, after the highest flood that it was designed, have been there. There was no flow. Entire Godavari is sand based, whereas Krishna based is rock based. So it happens. Has anyone, does anyone say that you do it in your own way and that? Who is the contractor? Number 6 in the world, L&T. He is number 1 in the country. Have we not done with him lakhs of crores of work? Okay, you find fault. But at the same time, the guarantee is there for the government for 5 years service. Service side. They were all foolish things, in my opinion. Irrelevant, irrational, for political purpose, misleading the common man. Common man doesn't know anything. That's why I say, Chidambaram and Nirmala, are you comfortable on whatever you spoke? Now I am talking to national leaders for debate. Open debate. On top of it, in United Andhra, I was the irrigation minister. I am not a specialist in irrigation. My area is fluid dynamics and hot gas server systems. I work for NASA for years. That's a different story. This cannot be applied. Even there, I am not the number 1. Right? Okay. We have Gundavagu in my own district, a small medium irrigation plant. What happened? We have designed it according to the available data of the highest flow and highest flow. But very first year, the flood was much more than that. So it passed away. We did it. For example, Kulichintala, the gates were washed away. Then third, mid-morning, our time it was built. Then it washed away later in 2017 or 18. It was rebuilt. Do you know? In the United Andhra, in the last 25 years, there were 16 projects which have come to this kind of situation, and they were redesigned. Then, in the country, there are more than 36 projects, including Gujarat, the longest chief minister of Gujarat. So, shall we blame him? Do you know in the world, there are about 1800 major projects. Out of that, 362 projects have the same problem. It happens. I'll tell you. See, I've been to US and I've been here, I know, little bit more than ordinary. My wife 2 years back, we always had a good doctor, a good husband. She had some problem. We went there. I don't want to name the doctor, I don't want to name the husband. The surgery was bad. Then for next 2.5 years she suffered. We had to go somewhere else and got 2 more surgeries on the bad surgery which was done on the first. Do you mean to say that you can accuse me politically, he is not interested in his wife, he wanted to kill his wife? What kind of statement are these? Okay, we need power for people, for development, but not this way. Come, let them come, debate. How can you speak? How can you divide the society?
So do you see these elections as a plan for BRS to transition into a national party?
Well, obviously. The very fact B is for national projection. Why not? When somebody can do it in one state, this kind of marvelous governance, social angle. Can you imagine? There were 22, 23 MLAs, BCs, and 8 MLCs were given, 5 Rajya Sabha tickets were given, and then 55 corporations are given. Has any state anywhere in the country have they done this? One is the economy, second is the money in the hands of the people, third is socio, what is it, samajik program, social angle. After all, why do you leave it? With a respect. Self-pride. No, one second. Self-pride. So that's why the Telangana fought for. I was a young boy in 5th class. Before reorganization of language reorganization states, we said, Vishalandra Vadu, all Telangana Mudu, Idli Sambar go back, Madras Wale. Who fought? In 1969, 400 people died. After 2000, when he took it up, he agitation till death. Nirarviksha. So that made the pressure on the governments, on the system. Then they had to be. For example, who fought for freedom? The people of India. Why it took so long? Only after 1942, Mahatma Gandhi, Dandi Yatra, it accelerated. In 5 years, we got the independence. Do you mean to say that British people have given the independence? It is the pressure, it is the voice of the people which prevailed after many years. They had to leave the country. They robbed this country. They made this country the poorest. Can we say that, can we honor British that you have given the independence? Same is the story. Congress was forced under the circumstances. BJP said, one vote, 2 states. They failed to do it. Then finally they had to support it. Today, for example, why minor reservation 50% was not done earlier? In the 80s, Advani and Vajpayee, they said it's not possible, nobody is forward. Manmohan Singh introduced only Rajya Sabha passed. Why after 9 years of BJP, Modi has woke up because elections? Right? They want the votes. So they put it. Now everybody was supporting. In the parliament, in the history, 540 MPs supporting one bill, I have not seen. They might have passed unanimous something. But 540 people, maybe 4 or 5 against. That means people have realized if they fall back, they will lose their existence in politics. That's why. Now, opposition, what they have done? Okay, you are doing it. Why not you put OBC class? He has not done it. Why the minor reservation bill was made effective right from today? It will take another 15 years. That means you are only misguided. You are only make-believing. Your interest is not clear. You are not really concerned about it. You are not really committed for that. If the commitment and concern is there, it should have been right away and also include OBC. Why not? It's a social agreement. Today, everybody wants to cast an innovation. Why? The time has come. Awareness has come. Otherwise, they will fall back in politics. That's why they inspire. You know what? KCR? Elections? Power? Power? After elections, government. If somebody comes. You know what he has done? There are so many things which he wanted to do. But the very first thing which he never did it, not for the votes, not for pleasing the sections, the Kulaganna, Kutuba Sakti, entire survey on one day, within 3 months he has done it. Then he has passed 2 times resolution to central government of India. Now Bihar, Nitish, has done it. Now Andhra government is doing it. 15th, from 15th. Now everybody is saying, Bharat says, INDIA says, resolutions are first, because elections are there. No. Now state elections, another few months it's national elections. See, pretending, not having the concern and commitment, only for greedy people, greedy parties, are ruining the system. So here is a person, yes, he has done it. He is doing it. We continue to do it. Why not? National. That is the reason why from P to Telangana to B, BRS.
So last question, sir, how many seats do you think, do you predict BRS will win?
You see, neither am an astrologer nor this thing to please people before the elections. This is a historic necessity for the Telangana people to decide, and they are deciding. The hat-trick CM is going to be KCR, and Telangana people are electing BRS. That's it. No doubt about it. I have been in politics for 45 years. Not that I know it, but I know little parts of it. They can always be misguided. Sentiments can be raised. Society can be divided on caste. What is today BJP? Oh, क्या बोलते हैं BC? Oh, कब के? తెలుగు में कहा था. ఆరి లేదు, చూరి లేదు, కొడుకు పేరు సోమలేదు అని అంటే not planned for wedding, not planned for this conception, and child is not born, and they are looking for the name of the child. Somali. And not only Somali, the name, but that Somali will be the chief minister of the country. अरे किसको लोग बनाते हैं, कितने लोग बनाते हैं, कब तक बनाते हैं? तुम्हारा चालूपन चलता है क्या? एक बार चलता है, दो बार चलता है, तुम्हारा असली रूप लोग देख रहे। कल क्या हुआ? बीआरएस बीजेपी के होल्ड में करीमनगर मीटिंग में क्या हुआ? I was with him in 2011 as Chief Minister of Gujarat and as a minister representing the United Andhra for Pravas Bharati. एक कॉपी वाला है. I can tell you exactly. We were discussing over a cup of tea about employment and all that and opportunities for it. I knew mathematics is the age, today's age. I said there were 15 million jobs are there for mathematicians in America for the next 25 years. I had the data and we opened some private schools, mathematics schools. So I mentioned that. Because the Chief Minister was speaking naturally after Kellogg. I am not the Chief Minister, I am the Minister representing Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. But I close it. Oh, उधर जाते ही आज दुनिया के कोने कोने पर भारतवासी जा रहे हैं, जहां जहां जाते हैं मंदिर बना रहे हैं, वो मंदिर के पुजारी लोगों को हम गुजरात से भेज रहे हैं। अगले 25 साल में 1,50,00,000 का मैथमेटिक्स चाहिए अमेरिका के लिए, हम मैथमेटिक्स इंस्टीट्यूट बना के गुजरात से भेज देते। I got surprised. I was the person who was talking over a cup of tea behind the stage. So कॉपी वाला है, कॉपी बेचने वाला होगा मगर कॉपी वाला है। वो बेचा नहीं बेचा मुझे नहीं मालूम, उसका डिग्री है या मुझे नहीं मालूम, कभी आते नहीं, वो अलग बात है। गोल्ड गिराने वाला, डिवाइड करने वाला।